Hi, I'm Jeremiah Turner, and this is my TED Talk evaluation speech. Question 1. Who's the speaker and what is the thesis of her speech? My speaker is Jennifer Stum, and her speech was An Imperfect Instrument, and she talked about how the viola, when it was crafted, the strings were actually a foot and a half too short, and so it had a lot of imperfections in it, which gives it a unique sound, and in a way that it's imperfect, it also is just a very incredible instrument because of the unique sound qualities that it has. Question 2. How did the speaker capture the attention of the audience in his or her introduction? Well, first off, she walks out with the viola and she really captures your attention because you want to see her play it. You know, you're really excited to see her play, and she maintains the engagement of the audience because she plays it, and she tells interesting stories the whole time about how it was crafted and how certain musical pieces have been written specifically for it because of its very uniqueness. And she really kept your attention because she played the pieces as she talked about them. Question 3. Which of the 10 TED commandments does the speaker follow? How and why? Well, she does a great job of using a complex plan, which is the third commandment, and she used very many stories. You know, she told stories about the instrument the entire time, how it was crafted, certain pieces that were written for the instrument because of its unique sound. She showed how the instrument chokes, you know, when it gets too high, in which it's not supposed to do that. No instrument's supposed to do that, but the way the viola sounds when it does that is very unique and awesome. And you know, she gave very many examples. She played every piece she talked about. Every piece she talked about that was specifically written for the viola she played, and it was great because she was very hands-on and it really kept your attention when she was playing. Okay, question 4. Evaluate the speaker in terms of dynamism from 1 being the lowest to 5 the highest. What could the speaker have done to increase his or her dynamism? Well, I'm going to give her a 4 because she was very dynamic because she played the instrument and it was really great. You know, it was great to get to watch her. It was very hands-on. You know, it really kept my attention and everybody, I assume anyone else's attention. I'm very into music though, so it was easy to keep my attention, and it was very dynamic the way she did it because she would tell interesting stories. She incorporated humor very nicely, and you know, she plays it beautifully. So I thought it was very dynamic. It was very good. What tips were used from Gar Reynolds or Nancy DeRay? Well, I'm going to say she used a lot of Nancy DeRay. You know, you could really tell that she engaged in her storytelling like Nancy DeRay would. The tips that Nancy DeRay gives, and you know, her storytelling was great. She told stories about how the instrument's crafted incorrectly, and how it gives it its unique sound qualities that, you know, really stand out. She told stories about, you know, all the way back to the 1920s when the viola was finally gaining popularity, and it was great. Question 6. How have you learned about the delivery based upon watching your presenter? You know, I learned that if you're very hands-on and you tell using interesting stories, that it really captivates the attention of the audience, because I was very intrigued in watching because I really loved the stories she told. They were very fantastic, and I loved the thing I loved the most was that she was hands-on and she played the instrument. You know, it's really amazing because you would be listening to her play at certain parts, you know, and it just really, you just kind of zoned off, and it kept your attention though. It was very nice. 7. Compare and contrast your speaker to Sir Ken Robinson. Well, Robinson obviously looks a lot more comfortable up there. You can tell maybe this isn't Jennifer's, you know, first time or anything. Jennifer's a lot more hands-on than him. You know, she uses a lot more examples. But Ken definitely incorporates humor a little better, and you can tell that he's been doing this for a long time because he looks very comfortable compared to Jennifer. But Jennifer did a great job, and I like Ken also. Jennifer's topic also is a little more interesting to me, so I'm kind of biased towards her a little bit, but, you know, Ken is great too. Question 8. What tips can you give your classmates on delivery for their upcoming speeches, based only on your TED Talk? You know, I would say, you know, pick a topic that you're passionate about. something that you know a lot about. I mean, you need to know your topic when you go into it, because that way it'll give you the best speech possible. Jennifer did something, the viola is something that means a lot to her. Something she learned how to play when she was 8 years old in elementary school, back when, music was still in elementary schools. But, just something that you're passionate about, something that you're good at, something that you know a lot about. It'll really help you, because that way it's easier to incorporate things, and you know a little bit more about what you're talking about. Thank you.